Okay, now it's live.
Yeah. So, yes, a beautiful evening to everyone present here. I'm Yesha Panchal, host for the evening, and I am excited to be hosting the amazing book of the amazing and the amazing launch. Today, as we proceed, we are going to witness unveiling of the book Love in Modern Times, authored by none other than Nitish Raj sir. And I'm very much sure it is, kind of combination of old and the modern times because the title says itself, Love in Modern Times. So, yes, I would take the honor and privilege to introduce our author. A literary critic turned author, Nitish Raj is the co founder of Literary Insight and editor in chief at the Literary Mirror. Through his deep passion for literature, Mr. Raj has made a mark for himself in the field of literature, during which he has portrayed multiple literary attributes in various capacities, such as an acclaimed author of books, Love in Modern Times, and I Had Also Loved Someone, in a literary critic, an opinion editorial, and a columnist for modern and postmodern literature, a feminist and a thinker. Resonating his creativity with the common masses, he has contributed to both English and Hindi literature. Having been published and featured at multiple prominent media houses of both national and international repute, he has been an eminent speaker at prestigious institutions like IITs, IIM Lucknow, and NIT Silchar. So, yes, we would love to hear from you, sir, about the book and about the journey.
So first of all, a big thank you to to Yasha, you and to the Ahmedabad Book Club for inviting me. It has been really an honor for me to be on this prestigious platform. And if I talk about the book, as you said that your title suggests, Love in Modern Times, it was just an idea that when we talk about love, a lot of emotions spread around us. A lot of things are going like what should we do, how the things will pan out, am I eligible for whom I'm actually thinking about. But the context of love in modern times has changed quite a lot. If you'll find, there were times when few things which are were earlier unheard of, like today what I say that the so-called love. Actually, I've used the coined the term so-called love multiple times. The reason being, if you see today the youngsters, they are actually engrossed in a lot other things rather than just genuine love, rather than just being honest towards their partner, honest towards their whether you call girlfriend or boyfriend, if I talk in you guys language. So the thing is that you see, we crave for someone, okay, that God, please just give me the blessing. Just I'm praying you, I will do everything. I will, go to the temple, go to the mosque, go to the church. Just let me make, her my girlfriend. But after a certain period of time, what happens? We feel the same emotion for another girl or for the another boy, okay. And sometimes, I'm sorry to say that on a public platform, it's not it's an open secret that we are also into multiple relationship, right? So the thing is that, are these the really real things which we need to be in there in order to have the love, or should we be really trustful towards our partner? Just I put the stories and in the different formats, different situations, different scenarios, that how love is bridged, how love is like it's such a pious virtue. Trust me, when we talk about love, it's a very solemn virtue, but it has lost its essence, and that's just you have to try to put it in here.
So true. The new generation, including me, probably have completely changed the definition of love. And most of the people have made it like if we show more with a particular person on the internet and social media, that is whom we are connected to or probably loving, kind of. Right. So,
We just need to remember one fact, that if we claim to be in love with some person, he or she should have blind belief on me, and I should have blind belief on him or her. Means there should be like you see into the corporates, there is a no question asked policy. So in love there should be no question asked policy. If I'm saying that okay, I love you, that means I love you, no if, no but. But today we have our own condition that okay, if you will get a job, if you'll get promotion, if you'll top in the college, if you'll top in the class sports, then I will love you. Are we doing a transaction, or are we into love? This is the main
so,
question.
so true. Probably, so I believe that this book will open eyes of so many young people. Uh, Probably, or
You
they.
know, actually, actually, we see it all around our daily life. Trust me, we have seen a multiple stories, we have heard multiple story that some guy or girl was in love with a person, for a longer period of time, 1 year, 2 year, 3 years, and suddenly, he got a text or she got a text, look, it's not working anymore. Means you have just dropped a bomb by a simple text, and you're thinking that, okay, I will behave normal, I will that act like that I'm the good guy or I'm the good girl. It's not possible. So we need to just look at around our surroundings only. These things happen on a daily basis, especially in the college age, and college is the best place to observe these things.
Correct, correct. I totally agree. Right. So I do have some questions I wanted to ask to an author, especially someone who is writing a book on love in modern times. So yeah. Firstly, I would ask, which was the best part for you while writing these book?
I will tell you honestly, the best part was to going through my own back lane, during my own college days, because I started writing this book after my college. Actually, I completed my grad from, Delhi. Okay. And I was sitting here in Patna. Okay. And I started writing the book. So, you're on, crush, you're on someone who have, roamed around the city. So that was the best part, to be honest.
Okay. So can we just take it that this book is more of a
No, no.
autobiography?
I will tell you one thing. I will tell you one thing. That's the irony that normally when we write some, romantic stories, people think that, okay, someone who has ditched us or someone who had a crush, very, silent crush, and we written that story. No. It was just going down the memory lane that, okay, someday I was also like that. Okay, I used to chase around someone. I used to pray to God, yeah, oh my God, just make me her girlfriend and I will be the super happiest guy in the universe. This happens. These things happen actually.
Okay, I totally understand. Yes, correct. So, what was that thing that ignited the spark to write this book?
If I talk about what ignited me, it was nothing specific. Actually, it would be a cliche. I would say that actually I got a breakup and then I started writing. But actually, this thing happened to me. Okay. After my grads, I came to, Patna, my, capital city. Okay. And things were not, how the things, go over in your mind when you have, a recent breakup. I just try to jot down my few things and how these things panned out into stories. Trust me, I never know myself.
So,
Yeah, breakup
was
makes
the
you a good
best?
writer, by the way.
Yeah, true. I am also a content writer, but not for the love stories. I write the formal and fun part of the content, so I just can't get into
Love
the
is very
poem.
funny in nature, by the way. Love is very
Okay.
funny in the nature.
Oh, nice. I would like to take the experience once in a life. Yeah. Yes, and yes, to the viewers as well. You can ask the questions to sir as well, and I'm sure he'll be happy to answer them. We can have the questions in the chat box, in the comment section, and I'll forward it to the sir. Till then, I'll keep questioning that I have.
That is great.
Yeah. So, what, according to you, was the biggest challenge that you faced while writing this book?
Look, I will tell you the biggest challenge that when you had when you're writing, and as I mentioned that I had myself a breakup, and it's very tough to instill your own belief on the thing called love. You're already being ditched, or are having made a complete mess of your love life, and now you're writing that, okay, love is something sanctioned, and something which is very pious. So it was biggest challenge that I was myself not convinced about love at that time, in that frame of mind actually. That if I'm writing that, okay, love is something, we should have a companionship, a partnership for whole life. So it was really, a complete mess in my mind at that time. So it was the biggest challenge that what I'm thinking and what I'm writing should be two different things. Because what I'm thinking is actually a byproduct of my own things. And what I'm writing is going to, remain forever. So this was the biggest challenge, actually.
Oh, nice. So I can say the best time to take or do something is when you, with whole of your soul, just don't want to do it. Is that?
No, actually, I will tell you one funny thing. when you try to write something, especially in this genre, it's my personal experience. If you are in a very good state of mind, a very happy frame of mind, you will not able to write. You will say that, okay, I'm suffering from writer's block. Everything is going happy, sugar coating, lovey-dovey. Then how will you write? You need to have something messed up in your mind.
Okay, so you actually need to have a heart broken to write something.
No, I will not say to take it that way, but your mind should be messed up with some other things.
Okay, so kind of in middle of something, or when we are extremely busy, we have to write about love.
A midlife crisis like that.
Oh, okay. So, as you said, like you were so messed when you were actually writing on some points and going down the memory lane. So, I would ask, is the outcome to the mark you imagined it to be while starting the journey?
Trust me, started just jotting down the points, something, on and off, as you say that you do not mention the name, even if you want to write about them, that because that would be demeaning to the person. But the outcome finally which came was completely, out of the box. I remember there's a story, I Hate You. Okay. I had written just in a very casual tone, very casual space of mind. No means, no mind pressure, no pressure, nothing. Just writing down. And trust me, it's the best story which I've ever, got the feedback from the readers. And I said, how do you read it? How do you adjudge it? But said, no, actually we love it. I said, I have written nothing.
Oh.
So these things happen.
Okay. So it started something else. It ended up something.
Yeah, it ended something else, completely different.
Nice. Okay, I would love to see.
You know how the love life goes. You think of having kids and having old days, and then finally one day it's not working anymore. So that's the same way with the books also.
So true, so true. We have something from our viewer Jyoti Za. I would read that. I have she has written. I've read Love in Modern Times, and the stories are meaningful with important life lessons. Although every story has its own essence, which story is your personal favorite? And is there any story which you think could have a different ending?
Look, if I tell my favorite story, what the readers are liking it, it's my favorite story. I Hate You, as I mentioned. It's my favorite story because I had done, put the minimum possible effort in writing it, and the readers are appreciating it to the maximum extent. Trust me. And ending is all about interpretation. For example, in any of the story, if I've given a happy ending, you think that, okay, the guy or the girl was so, very much messed up. He should have got his, fair share of deserving, what he should have deserved. He should not have got the girl. Or might being a girl, think that, this girl shouldn't have got that guy. So your own interpretation. And then again, coming to the question that it depends upon how our mind is messed up.
Correct.
If I'm in a good state of mind, we will think of a positive interpretation. If my mind is messed up, we'll think, oh, no, this shouldn't happen. This is very wrong. The girl shouldn't get the guy.
ओके जैसे हम लोग सोचते हैं कि अरे इसको तो ये कैसे मिल गए रे बाबा
हाँ वो कॉलेज में होते हैं ना तो देखते रहिए वो याद आता है कि यार कभी कभी एक जुमला होता है कॉलेज में कि लंगूर के हाथ में अंगूर कैसे लग गई
अग्रीड
लड़कियों का भी होता है यार ये तो मतलब बहुत ही अजीब सी आती है इसको तो ड्रेसिंग सेंस भी नहीं इतना हैंडसम सा लड़का कैसे इसको मतलब डेट कर रहा है so it happens but again we have to say ourselves that what we need to change in order to date a beautiful girl or a handsome guy
correct so true
वो चीज चलती है
so like when we'll be reading these stories right the readers part who according to you will be able to relate to the stories in the book
trust me who had at least loved someone once in life will relate to it
okay so we have
because if you're not loved anyone because if not loved anyone you will not feel the essence that how things sometimes I will tell you a thing sometimes when we say a simple line but it has very different meaning okay in a positive sense or in a negative sense and if you are not into her love for any point of time you will think it just as a simple sentence and again it's lost its charm so I think we need to be in love once in order to really savor this book.
Okay, that was deep actually. So, and I'm very much sure people किसी ना किसी को तो सबने प्यार किया ही होगा, तो मोस्ट ऑफ द जनरेशन और मोस्ट ऑफ द पीपल
नहीं,
विल बी एबल टू रिलेट टू दिस।
और आज के बच्चे तो इसमें काफी बच्चों से कॉम्पीट कर रहे हैं कि नहीं, एक्चुअली इफ शी इज इनटू लव और ही इज इनटू लव, then I also need to be loved. Whether the feeling is true, genuine, I hardly care. I should, brag that I am into love.
या वो लड्डू खा के पछताना करने का वाला सीन है सबका।
देखो, बच्चे जो है प्यार का लड्डू खा के पछता रहे हैं, और जो बड़े हैं वो शादी का लड्डू खा के पछता रहे हैं।
करेक्ट, टोटली।
So you cannot do anything. Life is all about this thing.
Yes. So like what was the happy moment for you during the whole journey?
The happy moment, I will say, reading your own story first thing, and finding that people are finding it relatable. Means it's not like that, just kids of college or schools are finding it relatable, because there are some stories, like there's a story Independence Day, where I've talked about the changing sexuality of a woman. Okay, so how if there is a widow, what is her need in terms of physical need, what is in terms of emotional need. It was not just about love in and out. It was about different topics like May December relationship. I will tell you, if you are into May December relationship, okay, society takes it from a different perspective, we take it from a different perspective, okay, and the person who are engrossed into the May December relationship take it from a different perspective. I've also talked about child abuse. So there were different connotations, but I was happy that people are at least focusing on that part, that it's not like in and out love and they are taking it very lightly. Okay, this is one another love story from the book. It's a different perspective. For example, there's story Mirrors of Love. So once you have a breakup, okay, you try to have either coax the partner that okay, you had made my life hell, or you coax yourself that due to you I had made my life hell. But there's a very stark realistic depiction that how to get over with the breakup, because once you are into that state, you are ruining your career, ruining your life, ruining your happy moments, ruining everything, and trust me, your family peace also. Because they are also tense that what happened to मेरे बच्चे को क्या हो गया, अब बच्चे ने दिमाग कहीं और लगाया हुआ था, वहां से दिमाग हट गया है, so that happens. So there were a lot of other things, and people had paid attention to that. Okay. For example, there's a story Love or Life, okay, which has been adapted into a short movie, Zindagi. So what is love and what is life? Which is more important, love or life?
I would say love.
Trust me, when you will grow mature, you will find that life is more important.
Okay. Okay.
No, that's actually a different interpretation for different people.
Okay. I thought it in a way that okay, when you have the true essence of love, you can actually leave the life, kind of.
It's the rarest commodity to find in today's modern world. To find the true love, or to find the genuine love, I will not say the true love, I will use the word genuine love of a person, is the rarest commodity in this mortal world. Trust me, I have written a line, had there been any mechanism which could have measured the intensity of love, 99% of relationship would have ceased to exist. We can guarantee that I would love that person, but can I get a guarantee that he or she would love me? And there's no mechanism to measure the intensity.
Understood.
So these are the things.
Yeah, the biomedical engineers can work on this. If there are any biomedical engineers viewing us, you can have your final year project idea, please.
Find a device which can measure the intensity of love in my partner. That is he really loving me, or is he manipulating me, or is he going to ditch me in few 6 months but down the line, or 3 months down the line? God knows.
Okay. Because I even am a biomedical engineer, but not currently working in the field. So, but yes, this is possible, and this is actually, but no, that's how relationship I can say would be ruined if something like this would be invented.
Today relationships are at stake. Means you go to any place in the world, not just here or there, and everyone is tensed. Everyone is having making their effort in order to make their relationship survive rather than thrive.
Correct.
We are trying to be that, okay, into their good books, that okay, he shouldn't, he should pick my call, or he should pick my call on times, he should respond me, or he should respond me. We are trying to make our relationship survive, but we have to focus on make it thrive. That's the difference.
Correct. Like we have like said, because the growing times, probably the love essence of love has is vanishing. Do you find any even a single point that is good about today's love?
Guys are proactive. They tend to express. There had been times when we, used to have the silent love in our heart for our partner for, ages, I can say, and we not to express. But today youngsters express at will. That's the best part, which I would say. That at least your opposite partner knows that he or she loves me. It's not like that, we are like, into our heart and, getting, messed up. So that's the good point what I find in today's love modern times.
Correct. So yes, they are opening up and expressing it in front of. Oh yeah, that's my
Yeah,
that's my word.
because they are fearful. If I will not express, someone will express, and she will or he will accept it. This is also the reason.
Can't agree more. Yeah, true that. So yes, one as I can see, most of the stories were relating to the like are relating to today's or modern love. But then also, what were the thoughts that you had while deciding the title?
Title, I actually was very crystal clear about the title from the day one. Because I was not going to be, writing about the ancient or the medieval love, that how things happen. Because I have not experienced that. At that time when I started writing around, 10 years back, the story is written 10 years back. Now it has got published, I think, last year. But so we were fresh out of college at that time. Okay. And we were seeing all the things, revolving on my head, that how things are spanning in college, how, I remember that even we have seen that guys in schools who are in 9th 10th are expressing their love to, even though they do not hardly have an idea about love or whatever you say, but they're expressing. And we cannot, what I believe, I have not done justice what I have not experienced, or what I have not seen at least, or observed. So I feel that that was the reason that I said that okay, it will be love in modern times only.
Great. Yeah, to the point. So now something more towards the writing part of the book. What do you think? Like, what should a writer keep in mind, or what is the most important thing to keep in mind while writing a book?
A very observant eye.
Okay.
You need to observe each and every. I will tell you one thing. I give a quote like that you have seen in dance, there are beats. If you're not able to catch the beat, you will not able to dance, right? And the same way writing, if you're not able to observe the finer details, you're not going to write a good story, what I believe. You have to very observant, and you do not need to go anywhere. Just sit on any good place anywhere and just look at the onlookers, the strangers, and you will find a love story in each and every guy. Just for example, think like that. Okay, I'm sitting on what I say, like a shop, a coffee shop, okay, or a tea shop. For I will take like the students for. We are sitting in a tea shop, smoking a cigarette, okay, and strangers are passing by. Can one not think like that? Okay, if this guy is going, or this lady, or this girl is going, she or he should have a love story. What would be the things? Start analyzing it that way, and then observing it. That's the basic part. But obviously, observation takes a lot of other things. So this is the thing which I believe.
So was observation, or were you also jotting down the points while observing?
No,
Like
no,
kind
no.
of.
No. Observation means complete observation. It should not be like writing the notepad. Observing from a very observant eye means ऐसे चीजों को देख रहे हैं, समझ रहे हैं कि क्या है, क्या जो बीट्स पकड़ रहे हैं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, अगर जब हम नॉर्मली जब बात करते हैं, फॉर एग्जाम्पल इफ आई एम टॉकिंग टू अ गर्ल, आई शुड ऑब्जर्व दैट व्हाट डज शी लाइक, what does she like. I shouldn't talk like that she's getting bored after 5 minutes and said, okay, actually I have work something to do, and I have some work to do, and I will call you later. And trust me, she will call me after 5 days.
True that. So, like we talked about many happy parts, I would like to know about the sad part of the story. Like, what was the most saddest part during the whole journey?
The saddest part, I would say that it was nothing like such saddest part, but you know, if you're writing a book, I will tell you, if you're writing a book and it gets completed one day, it had to get completed. And now you have to get back into the real world. You are already in a fantasy world where you are molding your characters like yourself. Means if you want to make that girl to meet that girl will meet that guy. If you want to make that guy to meet that girl, he will meet that guy. And in real life, and real world, there's something else. So that was the sad part to leave aside my book when it's get completed.
Okay. Okay. That was actually so deep. Right. So and yes, to all the readers, like for all the readers, where we can have these books, where we can have your book available.
Obviously, everyone knows that Amazon is the best place.
Yes. Okay. So we can have the paper book and Kindle version both. Perfect, perfect. So for everyone who is viewing us and who will be knowing about it, please make sure to read this book. I am very much sure you'll have all the modern time love stories here to actually leave it when you read
Trust
it.
me, you will love it. You will revisit your college life.
Oh, okay. So I'll read it after like a year or something because I just passed out my college. So I'll relive it again after a year.
Yeah, that's great. That's great.
Yeah. So yes, I am done with my questions. Do any viewer has any question for the sir? I guess no. I had only enough questions.
That's great. You know, the less of the question, you know, the more the situation is better.
Yeah, people may have their questions answered already.
They will
in the
say that okay,
conversation.
yeah. They will say that okay. Once I read the book, then I will ask you.
Correct. So can we just see the book, or if you have the hard copy of it?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. And congratulations to you, sir, as well.
Thank you. And thank you, Yasha, once again, you know, for, you know, having such questions and, you know, having such, you know, wonderful session. And to the Ahmedabad Book Club once again, you know, for inviting me. I'm really thankful to you, and really it's been an honor for me. Thank you.
Yeah. So is there anything that you want to say in conclusion? Like towards the ending?
In conclusion, I would say only one thing to the youngsters, to the today's youngsters, that if you love someone, love him or her truly. Do not get entangled into, you know, it should not make like a scorecard that, okay, I have been with, you know, so many girls or so many boys after a period. That doesn't matter. The only thing which matters is how many, you know, how many years you have, you know, spent with your partner. How many, you know, that I've, you know, met her in the first year of my college and still we are, you know, buddies and still we had, you know, married. This is the thing which we'll cherish. These all the things which, you know, had making this, you know, relationship a complete a main. It's not just good for youngster, but it also in a very career devastating. So just fall in love. Of course, that's very important. But fall in love with one person and remain with him or her for the whole life. That's the only thing I will say in the conclusion.
So
Do not try to experiment, because love is something, a noble virtue where we do not need experiments. It's already been done and dusted. A lot of people have written it, and I will try to put few words about, you know, love myself also. So just not try to experiment.
Correct. Very much noted. Even me being a youngster, I'll keep this very much noted and in mind that, okay, just love once and love truly. Thank you so much,
Seriously.
sir.
Thank you.
Yeah, for opening the eye, actually. And I just loved the answers, and I'm very much looking forward to read this book. Thank you so much. And we congratulate again on behalf of whole Ahmedabad Book Club team. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye.